Hi friends, it's Gardener Cat today instead of Naturalist Cat. So today it's such a beautiful day. It's warm, it's sunny, and I thought today I would go and work in my veggie garden and get it cleaned up. I've said in a couple videos now that it's messy and it's time to clean it up. So get ready to do some spring planting. I want to give a shout out to some of my watchers, to Toby and Brooke for asking some really good questions from yesterday's video about how termites eat and what do ducks eat. So thank you guys. Let's get to cleaning up. Okay friends, our first order of business here is I'm gonna clean up my herb garden. So I still have, let's see, right here I have some onions that got left over from last winter. Maybe I'll leave them and see what they do. We have some chives right there. Some yarrow that needs tamed. It's a little out of control. I've got some old basil to take out and just some weeds over here to pull. And let's get dirty. Friends, this is my pet bunny Wabbit. I brought him out for a hop around outside in the garden. Normally I'm not a fan of having bunny rabbits in my garden because they eat my veggies, but it's okay for Wabbit. And later on I'll bring Lucy out. She's my other rabbit, to give her a hop around and see what they could do to help me clean up a little bit. All right, say bye, Rabbit. Okie dokie. Our herb bed is all cleaned up. And now we have our dead things that we pulled out, and I'm going to throw them in our compost pile. So I'm going to pick them up, take them over here. I got to work on my compost pile and neaten it up, but I just throw it over the garden bed and wait for it to become dirt again. All right, moving on to the next bed. So our next bed is our strawberry plants. I'm gonna clean them up. There they are, and then I have my crazy asparagus that I have to clean up. It's kind of pokey, so I might need to go get some garden gloves. Here's what my hands look like so far, nice and dirty. And we're gonna clean up, get out the grass and the old leaves, and let these strawberries get a fresh start. So friends, I've cleaned out my strawberries. There, they look a lot better and a lot fresher, and I was cleaning out my asparagus and I found a nature mystery, and it's right there. Do you see that brown lump right there? So this is a black walnut. We'll open it up a little bit because even if it stains my fingers, I don't have any. Oh, look, there's some critters that have been making their home in that. That's fun. So my mystery is that I don't have any walnut trees. Oh, wait a minute. Distracted by nature. There are more of those critters. I believe they're millipedes. So I don't have any black walnuts on this side of my yard, but I do have some on the other side. So my mystery is, how did this get here? I have a guess that there's a certain critter that has been visiting my garden. And my guess would be a squirrel. I've seen a squirrel up in those black walnut trees, and I'm guessing that it was working on hiding food all around and chose a part of my garden. So I'll toss this out in my field, and maybe some other critters will keep eating it, like these millipedes. Oh, and I just spotted another critter. Can you see that climbing up the asparagus stalk? Oh, the camera's having a little trouble. Oh, it just flew off. Wow, there's so much life here in the garden. All right, I'm gonna keep cleaning and see what I find. So my friends, we are almost halfway through the garden and moving on to this bed and those beds. And yes, my corn is still up. I didn't get it down, but I wanted to show you the next bunny rabbit. There's Lucy. Brought her out for a hop around, and looks like she's found something she's enjoying. So say hi, Lucy. Okay, good, Brad. Glad you have a lot to say. Alrighty, let's get to weeding. So my friends, this is the messiest bed. I didn't get to cleaning it out at the end of fall. Oh, look at my lazy helper. Just laying down on the job. Geez, Luce. But I thought that this would be a really good time, because I left so much stuff, debris in the garden, that we might find some really good critters. And also, it kind of looks like maybe some storm clouds are starting to move in. So oh, look at those pretty clouds. So neat. So maybe it's time to go look for some critters here in the garden. So underneath these old tomato plants, oh, they're so crispy. So crispy. I thought maybe I'd move some things. Oh, I already see some critters. Oh, wow. All sorts of critters. I'm not sure what they are, but if we just watch here for a little while, you can see all of them moving. Oh, look at that guy in the back. Trying to hide. I think it's a harlequin bug, but oh, no, maybe not. But look at that. Such a pretty critter. And it's just so much life. Now let's pull this one up. See if there's anybody in the ground under here. Okay, friends, back to seeing what's in this garden bed. I'm going to lift this plant up because it's dead, so see if there's anyone in the ground under here. Oh, I wonder if those are springtails, but I would have to look it up to see, but they sure do jump like something like that. And I saw over here, let's see, I thought I saw a really neat looking spider. Let me see if I can kind of move some things around and see if anybody, oh, look at the jumping. Oh, and there goes a centipede right there in front of us. I was hoping to catch the little red spider I saw before I started recording. But one of my favorite things about the garden is that there's so much life in it beyond just me and my plants and my digging rabbits. Hey, Luce. But there's so much other stuff that spends time in my garden, like insects and that squirrel hiding the nuts in my garden. I've even found baby rabbits before, so I knew they were nesting. Last year, something kept eating a bunch of my plants, so I know, pretty sure it was a rabbit was getting in, so I have to put up some fencing because I don't really want to share my vegetables with those rabbits. I'll share them with the rabbits that live in my house. But it's just so neat to see that there's a whole nother world that lives out here. And so let's try one more thing. See if there's anybody in the ground over here under these marigolds. And look how pretty that dirt is. Look. It's such a pretty dirt for veggie growing. Well, friends, I hope that we get to come out here more during the summer and check out what is growing in my garden. Well, my friends, thanks so much for gardening with me today. As you can see behind me, we got a lot done. We got a lot of the beds cleaned out and ready to fluff up the soil and then get some plants in the ground. And I hope you enjoyed gardening with me today. We found so many cool finds and our beds look refreshed and ready for spring. I hope that you get to do some gardening, maybe in a pot on your balcony or in your backyard or your front yard, or maybe you have a grandparent or a friend that could garden for you and show you what's going on. Well, thanks for gardening with me today, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.